Hi, and welcome back to Bible Readings from the Car. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the results of disobedience. What has man's redemption from sin cost? In John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him should have everlasting life. How great was this love? In Romans 5:7 and 8, for scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. But God commandeth his love towards us, and that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. In return, what does God require of us? Luke 10, verse 27. And he answered and said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind. What is the love of God? In 1 John 5:3, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. Does the Lord compel obedience? In Revelation 22:17, and the Spirit and the bride say, Come. And let him that heareth say, Come. And let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. Why does he ask obedience? Isaiah 48:18. Oh, that thou hadst hearkened to my commandments. Then had the peace been as a river, and thy righteousness as the waves of the sea. What did God forbid those to do who assisted in removing the sanctuary from place to place? In Numbers 4:15, and when Aaron and his sons had made an end of covering the sanctuary and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. When David designed to remove the Ark of the Covenant from Gibeah to Jerusalem, how did he purpose to do it? 2 Samuel 6:3. And they set the ark of God upon a new cart. They brought it out of the house of Abinab that was in Gibeah, and Uzzah and Ohio, the sons of Abinab, drove the new cart. What was one of these men's next emboldened to do? 2 Samuel 6:6. And when they came to Nachon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And how did the Lord regard this act? In 2 Samuel 6:7. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and God smote him there for his error, and there he died by the ark of God. What did Samuel say Saul had done in disobeying a plain command given him? And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return unto thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord hath rejected thee from being king over Israel. When the angels had put Lot and his family out of the doomed city of Sodom, what admonition did they give them? In Genesis 19:17, escape for thy life, Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. When Lot's wife looked back, what became of her? In Genesis 19, verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. In referring to this, what warning does our Savior give to all? Luke 17:32. Remember Lot's wife. What evidently citing these cases, what solemn question does the apostle ask? In Hebrews 2 and 3. For if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of reward, how shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation? What does he say in another place of those who persist in willful sins? In Hebrews 10:26, for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. How does the Savior regard the worship of those who allow a tradition to take the place of one of God's commandments? Matthew 15:9. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Well, this concludes our segment. Thank you for stopping by, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day.